All right, Samaria, 2 years ago, I had to watch Kyrie Irving get absolutely eviscerated. He was labeled unintelligent and anti-Semitic for posting a link to a video that Amazon was selling. He didn't produce or contribute to any part of the film being made, but his punishment was heavy. He had to pay a mandatory $500K donation to the Anti-Defamation League, which is a Jewish advocacy group. He also had sensitivity training, anti-Semitic training, an indefinite suspension that cost him 8 games total and a forfeiture of his salary. And lastly, he was also required to meet with Jewish leaders from the Brooklyn community. Now, this was all for posting a link to a movie. So my question is, what is the punishment for the hat trick that Harrison Butker pulled off in his commencement speech at Benedictine College by offending women, the LGBTQ plus community, as well as the Jewish community? Now, granted, I recognize that the NFL and NBA operate very differently and are culturally worlds apart in how they respond to societal issues. The NFL only seems to react when fans' outrage exceeds the excitement or anticipation for their product in a given week. For example, you could see Ray Rice, right? But ultimately, even the voice of the people doesn't supersede the desire of the wealthy. We can see Colin Kaepernick as an example of that. Or better yet, how about Riley Cooper? But in the season after becoming a 24-hour Swiftie media platform, is the NFL now willing to alienate its new and growing female fan base by allowing a member of the team that unquestionably defines a decade to reduce women to housewives and baby makers? Like, I want to know, how will the NFL treat its brightest star, Patrick Mahomes' insurance policy, who rebukes science in the form of IVF? That is a procedure that allows women to actualize their journey into motherhood. That journey, of course, being one that Harrison says is their sole purpose. So the fumble of the week is going to the NFL because ultimately, I just feel like they're going to get this wrong. Maybe it's because Butker isn't important enough for the masses to care, so the backlash won't be loud enough. Or maybe it's because the NFL just knows that regardless of what position they do or do not take on any issue, people are still going to watch. In which case, maybe it's us, the viewing public, who are fumbling.
I mean, first of all, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Bravo, Rodney. Thank you so much, because you literally laid all of that out. And I can just remember my college graduation and just having my ears open to the commencement speaker, just taking all of that in. And I could only imagine having Harrison Butker up there as my commencement speaker, basically telling me that all of my hard work was in vain. And that I should be in the home and I should be, having children and all of those things are great. But who are you to tell me what I'm supposed to do? I just can imagine all of the people that were offended sitting in that room, from the women to the LGBTQ community. He was telling men not to let society emasculate them. It was just so much rhetoric that he was spewing that was just completely unnecessary for the occasion. Usually when you think of commencement speakers, you think of people saying, good job, congratulations, don't give up, go and live your dreams. You don't hear this type of rhetoric. I mean, he could have, if he wants people to listen to that, like, create a podcast or say this on a YouTube channel. Like, I think that was the wrong place, wrong time. But I agree. The NFL probably deserves the fumble of the week because they probably will get it wrong. And like you mentioned, they got so much attention from female viewers this past season because of Taylor Swift. And so it's going to set a precedent. Are you going to do what's morally right, in my opinion, or are you just going to turn a blind eye? And unfortunately, I think they're going to turn a blind eye because there's so many people in our society who agree with Harrison Butker.
Yeah, the NFL did release a statement saying they, were not in agreement with Harrison Butker's commencement speech, but they're in a weird place right now because there is a real investment into the female fan base, and so now we really are going to we're going to see in real time what the NFL's priorities actually are as it pertains to their female fan base. Is it a genuine connection that you're trying to build, or are you just trying to tap into an underserved market and get more viewership? One way or another, we're going to find out really soon. Let us know your thoughts on Harrison Butker's commencement speech at Benedictine College. If you agree, I definitely want to hear from you. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section.